All right, the Father said, reveal to the people how he's going to gather us. Many people say he's going to gather us. We don't have to flee. We don't have to come out. He's going to gather us, not understanding how the Father operates, how he works. They're going to sit still and do nothing, although he commanded us to come out of her. He told us to deliver ourselves. You who dwell with the daughters of Babylon. You saw in the last video, scriptures ignored, the scriptures that are ignored by our people, by people that claim they're in the truth. We have to deliver ourselves. So how is he going to gather us? It's in the scriptures. Here we go. Isaiah 69 through 12. Surely the coastland shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish will come first. These ships will go out into the Mediterranean, and they're going to gather his people from these islands. Notice the sea. There are many islands. Anybody on these coasts will be able to have an opportunity to get taken here into the land. See, we got people already over here, not in the land of Yahuah, but at the areas where we are to go into the wilderness. And this is where the scripture told us that his people would be. You know, people are saying, you're in Jerusalem, you're in the land. No, we can't go into the land. The land is polluted. We must go into the wilderness first. You do know Moshe went through the wilderness, came out of Mitzrayim, went through the wilderness, did not go into the land. He allowed him to look and see, look only to see the land, but he didn't go into the land. So the 1/3, 2/3 will get cut off in the wilderness, and the 1/3 will be able to go into the land. So the ships of Tarshish will come first to bring your sons from afar, their silver and their gold with them, to the name of Yahuah your Lord, and to the Kadash one of Yahuah, because he has magnified you. The sons of foreigners shall build up your walls, and their kings shall minister to you. For in my wrath I struck you. You in Babylon, the Most High struck you. You in the lands of your captivity, he struck us. We're in prison. People talking about, I'm in the truth. I'm in the truth. You're in the lands of your captivity. You're in prison. Wake up. Wake up. You are not in the truth. You're against the Father. You're still in your captivity. And then you got the nerve to open up the scripture and try to teach someone something. For in my wrath I struck you, but in my favor I have had favor on you. Remember, he told us to come out of her. Deliver yourself, you who dwell with the daughter of Babylon. He told all the people from the lands we've been scattered, let everyone return to his own people, let everyone turn to his own land. Therefore your gates shall be open continually, that they not be shut day or night, that men may bring to you the wealth of Gui and their kings in possessions. For the nations and kingdom which will not serve you shall perish, and those nations shall be utterly ruined. How is he going to gather us? It's in the scripture. Don't wait for YouTubers to bring this stuff out. The only reason I'm doing this because the Father say do this. He knows where we at in time. He knows what he wants his people to hear. So these people will be making up excuses. He gonna gather us. We waiting on him. No, you waiting on Yahuah's trouble. We've laid out how this thing gonna go down. Step by step, scripture by scripture. Isaiah 49, 14 through 23. But Sion said, here's the land talking to the Father. Yahuah has forsaken me, and my master has forgotten me. Can a woman forget her nursing child and not have compassion on the son of her womb? Surely they may forget, yet I will not forget you. This is what the Father is saying to the land. I hadn't forgot you. See, I've inscribed you on the palms of my hands. It seems like he forgot. Your walls are continually before me. Your sons shall make haste. Here we go. There are sons that's going to escape. We saw in the last video. They're going to escape. Those that escape by their works and what they believe shall see my salvation within my land, within my borders. If you don't come out, you stay in the lands of your captivity, you must go through Yahuah's trouble. And there will be very few that will be able to make it, even through Yahuah's trouble. None in Babylon will make it. It will be utterly destroyed. Babylon and her neighbors. Remember Lot. Remember Lot's wife. Your son make haste. See, we don't wait for no one to tell us when to come out. We listen to the voice of the Father. Your destroyers and those who laid you waste shall go away from you. Lift up your eyes. Those people that are there now, they're laying her waste. Gooey. It's being trodden down by Gooey. He gonna run them out of there. Our people that's over there that's not supposed to be there, he gonna run them out. They walking in disobedience. Lift up your eyes. Look around and see. All these gather together and come to you. As I live, says Yahuah. This is the Most High speaking this. You shall clothe yourself with them all as an ornament, and bind them on you as a bride does. For your waste and desolate places in the land of your destruction will even now be too small for the inhabitants. Your land will be too small. There are going to be many people. Yahuah and Gooey will be born in the day. Can a nation be born in a day? Why did I say Gooey? Gooey has a part in this. Gooey will be there. Gooey's going to help bring the people. Sit tight. You're going to see it. And those who swallow you up will be far away. The children you will have, after you have lost the others, will say again to your ears, the place is too small for me. We want bigger land. This is too small. These people are going to be longing for land, their own land, and to live in shalom, and no government in the earth over them. Give me a place where I may dwell, that you will say in your heart, who has begotten these for me? Since I have lost my children, I am desolate, a captive, and wandering to and fro. Who did this? And who has brought these up? See, this is the work of the Most High. There I was, left alone. But these, where were they? Scattered in the lands of captivity, serving enemies. Thus says Yahuah Lord. Behold, I will lift up my hand in an oath to the nations. All right, here it comes. He's going to lift up his hands to an oath to the nation and set up my standard for the people. They shall bring your sons in their arms. So we see other people bringing his people in their arms. This is how he's gathering them. This is how he's bringing them back. And their daughters shall be carried on their shoulders. People carrying them. People lifting them up. Here's one of Yahuah. I got one. Look. To get favor. Here is one of Yahuah. Weak, fragile, frail, no food, thirsty, hungry, skinny. Look like they're about to die. They need nurturing. They just went through Yahuah's trouble. Kings shall be your foster fathers, and their queens your nursing mothers. They shall bow down to you, and their faces to the earth, and lick up the dust of your feet. Then you will know that I am Yahuah, for they shall not be ashamed who wait for me. Now notice here, Baruch 4:37. Behold, your sons are coming, whom you sent away. They're coming, gathered from the east and the west at the word of the Kadash one. What's the word? Behold, I lift up my hand. This is the Father in an oath to the nations. Other nations will bring the sons and daughters. This is how he's going to come and get. This is how he's going to gather the people. How did he send us into captivity? He used our enemies, other nations. He used other nations to put us in captivity. And he will use other nations to get us out. Again, I have to say it again. All those in Babylon, no nation coming to gather you. And yes, you are put there for your destruction. And if you can make it through Yahuah's trouble, these are the ones that he will gather. All right, let's see. Isaiah 66. Some people still ain't got it. 18 through 21. Because these are more scriptures ignored by those that say they're in the truth. Head in the sand. This stuff doesn't exist. And I haven't even brought these out. But it's been in the scripture. Our people don't know this. Our people ain't in the truth. Our people in folly. They're still operating in lies. Too many lies. Isaiah 66, 18 through 21. And they're going to perish for lacking knowledge. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall be that I will gather all nations in tongues, and they shall come and see my splendor. Listen, this is his word. You err not believing this word. I will set a sign among them. And those among them who escape, there it is. Some will escape. Those that escape, he's going to build them up, nurture them, train them. They're going to be ready for war. Those that escape, I will send to the nations. He's got a group that he's going to send. This is how he's going to gather his people. Tarshish, Poe, Lud, who draw the bow, Tubal, Yavon, to the coastlands afar off, who have not heard my fame, nor seen my splendor. And they shall declare my splendor among gooey. Here it is. Verse 20. Then they shall bring all your brethren for an offering. Here they go. Here the other nations bringing his people. This is how he's gathering his people after Yahuah's trouble. This is how he's going to gather the people. They shall bring all your brethren for an offering, giving them to the Most High. Here, we offer this to you. Out of all nations, Babylon will be gone. Babylon won't partake of this. Babylon and her neighbors will not partake of this. How are they going to bring them? On horses and in chariots. You know, the chariots, horse and buggy. In chariots, in litters, on mules, and on camels. You better be somewhere near the borders. You better be in those 3 landmass that he told us, you know, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. You better be somewhere in these areas and being able to go through Yahuah's trouble. Who want this? They're bringing them in on horses, in chariots, litters, mules, camels, to my Kadash mountain, Jerusalem, says Yahuah. See, this came from him. This is how he gathers them. Not the way people think. Just sit still and wait on him. He's coming to Babylon. Just sit still and wait. As the children of Yasharal bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of Yahuah, I will also take some of them for priests and Louis, says Yahuah. So make sure you understand exactly how he's going to gather his people. Because our people, they're not in the truth. They don't know this. They don't believe Yahuah's trouble going to swallow them up. They don't believe they're going to have to deal with famine and death among gooey. They don't believe they're going to see many killed. Much blood shall be shed upon the earth. Although the prophet spoke it, they don't believe this. And they're going to be in the midst of this. And they won't be able to survive. Who going to survive Yahuah's trouble? That's another message. It can be brought out. But this isn't a channel that will prepare you to survive Yahuah's trouble. This is just to let you know how he's going to gather his people. And it's been in the scriptures all along. Our people just don't read.